You click this video because you want to learn how to make bank as a licensed practical nurse. The question is, LPNs, can they make 6 figures? The answer is yes. LPNs can make 6 figures. Let me tell you how to maximize your pay as a licensed practical nurse. What's up guys, it's your girl Old Donuts, and today you guys can call me Osa because once again, it's the professional side of the channel. This is the nursing side of my channel. Before I start, I really just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned into the day of a licensed practical nurse video. You guys really blew that video up in such a short amount of time. So if you guys have yet to watch that video, go tune into my video on the day of a licensed practical nurse. So not only is it important to know what we do as an LPN, but you want to know how much should we be paid as an LPN. A lot of people are under this assumption that LPNs only make 30 to 40K a year. And I just want to say, if you're settling as an LPN for 40K a year, you are cuckoo banana nuts crazy. And I'm not saying you're crazy on the inside, but I'm saying whoever hired you knows what they're doing, because you know, you settled at 40K. I know I already told you guys if you watched the day in the licensed practical nurse video, but I was 19 and like I made 50K. And that's when I just got into the LPN world, the LPN realm. You know, I didn't know anything about being a licensed practical nurse. So if I can do it at 19, like we can make 70K at 23, 21. Like, don't settle. We are not here to settle. I have a little notebook with all of my notes, so let's get straight into the video. First things first, as an LPN, you want to make sure you have qualifications under your belt. Ask yourself this: what do you bring to the table? You want to make sure that you're that LPN who has a bunch of certificates, who has a bunch of specialties and experience, such as being IV certified. You know how great it is to be an LPN and say that you are IV certified? LPNs honestly don't get to train with IVs, at least like not on an actual patient. So when you take that extra step and go to get your like IV certification, just know it looks crazy great on your resume. Some certificates that you should have: your BLS, basic life support. Basic life support is basically like CPR training. Any type of medical profession, or like being a police or a firefighter, they need their BLS because you are at a high risk job. Anything can happen. And if somebody passes out and you're gonna say, I don't know how to perform CPR, they're gonna look at you like you have 5 heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look crazy being a nurse who knows how to just put a band-aid on. We are not band-aid nurses. Oh, I broke my leg, pop a band-aid. Oh, I'm bleeding from my head, pop a band-aid. We are not band-aid nurses. We bring people back to life on this side. So make sure you're BLS and CPR certified. You want to show that you know how to act in the case of an emergency. If you're not already an LPN, you wouldn't know that most jobs require you to have your BLS. You want to make sure you have qualifications to bring to the table so you can actually boost your pay and actually request and ask for more money. The more qualifications you have under your belt, the more you are showing that you have enough experience and you know what you're doing in this field, that you can't lowball me. Like, I deserve A, B, and C amount of pay because of the job that I'm willing to do. You can earn more pay honestly by going into a specialty job. Any specialties such as dermatology, peds, hospice, midwife. Another major certification is being EKG, telemetry, and ECG certified. Now you guys, I'm currently working on getting my telemetry certification. I really want to boost up and make sure that my resume is super fatty, and I know a lot of these qualifications can get you a higher paying job. You can be an LPN and settle for $24 an hour. That's fine, but there's a lot of qualifications and certificates that come with a job that's willing to pay you $40 to $50 an hour. Set the bar high for yourself, but you can't set the bar high for yourself without having the necessary qualifications that can back that up. After having all of those qualifications and certificates under your belt, you want to also be able to negotiate. Now this one is maybe it depends on the person if you're able to, you know, negotiate. This really depends on the facility that you're applying to. If they're understaffed, if they're constantly short, or especially during the era of COVID, believe it or not, they might be desperate. You can negotiate your pay. A lot of times, you know, people will say, oh, I can't, you know, make that much because I don't live in a high paid LPN state. If you get to a new job that is the same as your previous job and you show that you have major amounts of experience, that new job, they want you. You have experience. You will make their lives easier. They will be willing to boost your pay. If not match your previous pay, they will raise your pay to something better than $20 an hour, $24 an hour. You want to be able to negotiate your prices. Once again, negotiating works in some facilities. This is more for the desperate facilities, facilities that are super short-staffed, and just overall facilities that needs the help. Now, not only is negotiating a big thing on your pay as a licensed practical nurse, but believe it or not, your location overall affects how much you make as a licensed practical nurse. Get your phones and let's go to Google and find out what states pay LPN the highest salary. According to Google, we really see that Alaska, Massachusetts, California, Rhode Island, and Nevada pay their LPNs the most. Remember, LPN salary and, you know, the averages that come up on Google are based on a specific percentile. There are different percentiles as to how much an LPN makes in each state. You want to fall into the percentile that makes 80K, 70K a year. What's one thing you can do to get paid above the average? You can look into agency nursing. Do you ever notice nurses that come from agencies make more than the permanent nurses? And this is because there is a need and demand for these nurses. That facility is desperate and they are willing to up the price for other nurses to come in and pick up these shifts. And if you're really into agency nursing, look into travel nursing. Travel LPNs are able to make $2,000 for a 2-week assignment and $4,000 for a 4-week assignment. And personally, if I wasn't in school currently to become an RN, I would be doing traveling assignments with agencies. The only problem is with agencies, and this is for my new nurses, please pay attention. You need to get malpractice insurance. Either get insurance with the agency that you're working for, or CYA cover your, and get a malpractice insurance from an organization such as NSO. You really want to make sure you're insured because this facility is not here to protect you. You're just there to work for them. Just make sure you play it safe and get insurance. If travel nursing isn't your cup of tea and you know you have a family and you don't have time to move from location to location just trying to make money, look into your job. What does your job offer? Does your job offer night differential and weekend differential? You can maximize how much you make in your own job. If they're offering a $4 night shift differential, you are cuckoo to not take that. And yes, $4 night shift differential, because once again, they're desperate. Let's do the math. If you're making $32 an hour and you get $4 extra, $36 an hour is how much in a year? You could be making $70,000. $70,000 for picking up full-time night shift differential. Not only is there night shift differential, there's weekend pay differential. Not everybody likes to work on the weekends, and you know, a lot of people have stuff going on. If I have the time and availability, I'm picking up those Friday, Saturday, Sunday shifts. Weekend pay. Not only are you making $4 extra from night shift differential, you can get weekend pay differential, which I don't know for you guys, but I know weekend pay could be like $2, sometimes $2 to $3, but either way it goes from $36 an hour to $38 an hour. And then tisk, for some reason, I don't know why, per diem. Oftentimes per diem staff are getting paid more than full-time and part-time staff. I think it's because I say we because, you know, I had a per diem job. We don't get benefits. As per diem, I get paid more than the full-time staff, but that's because I don't get benefits. If you're already a full-time or part-time worker in another facility and they're giving you benefits, get you a per diem job that's willing to pay you more, because you don't need their benefits, you're already covered. Another way to maximize your income as an LPN is OT, overtime. Now, I know overtime can be a lot, but it depends on the person. You have to ask yourself as an LPN, do you really want 6 figures? And if the answer is yes, then you shouldn't be scared to pick up some hours. So with overtime, you basically receive time and a half. Going back to the little calculators in our head, an LPN who makes $30 an hour will make $45 an hour in overtime. An LPN who makes $40 an hour will make $60 an hour in overtime. I know I'm bringing a lot of math into it, but I want you guys to really understand you can make bank. Moving forward, we have work incentives and bonuses. Basically, with facilities that are really, short-staffed, they will offer an incentive of anybody who picks up this shift, I'll pay you $100 extra. Anybody who picks up this 3 to 11 shift on a Saturday, I'll pay you $200 extra. While working in the nursing home, I was offered a huge amount of incentives. I would get $200 for just picking up a 3 to 11 shift on a Saturday. $200 extra plus my pay. Now, not all facilities offer work incentives and bonuses, but most facilities do. And if you're really smart, you can wait it out. If nobody picks up that Saturday 3 to 11 shift by Friday night, I bet you they just increase the incentive from $200 to $250. I'm taking it. If working overtime is too much for you and it's not something that you really want to do, look into work incentives and just wait it out. If they can't find somebody for that Saturday shift, for that Friday shift, wait it out and see if they're gonna offer a work incentive up to $200, because they do. When I was new to the game, I was taking $50 incentives. I was really new, you guys, but now I know better. I was waiting it out throughout the week, picking up $150 to $200 work incentives. My last tip on maximizing your pay is find out, does your job offer interest accounts? Interest accounts include 401k and 403b. I won't go too in depth, but I know 401k is profit organizations, where 403b is non-profit organizations, and basically means 403b is basically like government jobs. 401k and 403b is both tax advantage retirement savings accounts. To summarize this, instead of money being taken from your check and going straight back into the government, money will be taken from your check and half of it will go to the government and the other half will go into a savings account that will over time build interest. What age do you want to retire? And do you want to retire knowing you're good, you're well off because you have bank in your account? The only problem with these interest building accounts is that you won't see the money until you're like 60 or 55 years old. So you can't touch the money. You can touch the money when you're in desperate need. However, you will lose all of the interest that you built on the account if you access the money too early. I think you're free to take the money out at 60 years old, that you have to be 59 and a half to access the money, and all of your interest and all of that will stay with you. You won't be penalized. But before 59 years old, you will be penalized. Why not invest in yourself and open up an account where half of your taxes is going back to you, and then not only that, you're building interest while the money is sitting there. This is a smart move, and this is a long-term move. Lastly, I just want to say, it's not just about the money. You guys, have pride with being a nurse, and just understand someone's livelihood is in your hands. You can't just say, oh yeah, I just want a stable job, so let me be a nurse. No, you can harm somebody, and you don't want to hurt somebody, because you wouldn't want somebody hurting you or your family members. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember, this is my nursing playlist under Nurse O. If you have not already watched my day in the life of a licensed practical nurse, go do that. It's under the same playlist. I really love and appreciate you guys for growing with me on this channel. I hope you guys continue to stay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you guys have any questions in regards to the tips that I provided you guys, just comment them down below. I will answer them all. I literally try to answer all comments despite how long the question. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I love you guys.